Hi there, thank you for joining chair yoga. Today we're going to go through about 14 different poses on the chair. But before we get started, I just want to remind you of a couple things. First is just to please remember to listen to your body so you know your body best, and just make sure that you're in your comfort zone, but knowing that you will feel stretches is also very important for yoga. Secondly, as always in yoga, just follow at your own pace. So if I'm going a little faster than you, but you can remember your pose, you can shorten it, but just remember, just go at your own pace and just do what you can do. And thirdly is the breath. The breath is extremely important in yoga. It helps with calming your body, and it actually helps you move into a deeper stretch. So just try to remember those as you follow along with me, and I'll try to remind you as we move through the poses. Okay, so we're gonna get started. So if you can find a chair that doesn't have any armrest, that's best, but if you have armrest, you can probably just work around that. So once you find your chair and you get into it in a comfortable position, try to move a bit forward in the chair so your back is away from the back of the chair. So you're going to be holding your spine straight and lengthened, and lengthening your neck. You're going to have your feet hip width apart and just planted into the ground. Usually your hands, when you come to center pose, your hands just rest on your lap. Okay, now we'll get started. Okay, so first, just bring your arms beside you and inhale as you bring your arms up. And bring your palms together and exhale as you bring your palms to heart center. Do it 3 more times. Hands out. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you come down. Relax those shoulders, bring them up. Inhale, exhale, palms together and come down. And one more. Inhale, palms together. And exhale as you bring your palms together. Good, so that started loosening up our shoulders. The second thing we're going to do is you're going to put your left hand down on your chair or on your lap, whatever is comfortable for you. And you're going to bring your right hand up. So you bring your hand up and then over, so you're stretching it up. Look up at your hand and breathe. Open the chest as much as you can. 2, 3, 4. Good. Now exhale as you bring your hand down. You come back to center. Loosen your shoulders. So always do what we just did on one side, we always do on the other side. So you can put your right hand on the chair or your lap, and then bring your left hand up, looking up at it. Stretch it up to the ceiling and over as you breathe. 2. Pulling in your belly. 3. 4. 5. Good. So come on and bring your hand down and you come to your center pose. The next pose we're going to try and practice is the spinal twist, and it's really, really good for your spine and your back and your hips. You can make it as strong or as gentle as you need to. So you're going to just put your right hand behind you or on the chair, whatever is comfortable for you, and your left hand comes onto your right hip, and you're just going to follow that turn, and you're going to look behind you as much as you can, and looking behind you and pushing your hand on your leg and feeling that stretch and breathing. 1, Push a little harder if you can. 3. 4. Good. Now just release. You just release your arms and you'll feel the release in your body. So we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. You put your left hand on wherever you had your right hand before. Your right hand comes onto your thigh and you're just going to turn the other way, doing the exact same pose and breathing. 1. 4. Good. Now release and come back to center. Now please remember to breathe in your poses, because if you hold your breath, it's just going to hurt a little bit more. But remember, the breathing is part of the practice. Okay, great. Now we're going to just open our knees a little bit further. Your hands still on the lap, and bring your feet out a bit further, whatever is comfortable for you. Now you're going to bring your arms straight up. Remember, your spine is straight and you're pulling your belly in. Look up. Inhale and exhale, and just lean forward to the ground as far as you can go. If you can touch, that's great. If not, that's great. Head down and breathe. 1. 2. 3. Now come up slowly, because you don't want to get a head rush. Just come up slowly and then come back to center. You can move your shoulders, you can move anything to make your body feel more comfortable. Okay, so the next pose is called Warrior 1. So usually we're standing when we do this, but we can do it very well sitting as well. So you're going to bring your hands down beside you. Bring your hands up, but you're going to put your palms together. Again, you're going to pull in your belly, back, straight back, looking at your hands, and just breathing for 4. 1, try to keep your elbows straight. 2. 3. 4. Good. Bring your head down. Exhale as you bring your hands down. And then again, you bring your hands back to center, and you are back in your center pose. And just take a couple breaths here to get settled. We're going to do another arm pose. So you have to get those shoulders and your neck working. So we're going to bring our arms up again. Inhale as you bring your arms up. So look up at the sky. This is mountain pose. But now we're going to bring our arms down and turn right. So you're going to face right. Exhale. Come back to center and bring your arms up. Inhale, exhale as you go to the left side. We're going to do this 3 times. Inhale, look up. To the both sides, opposite sides of the room. Strong arms. Good. Inhale. Exhale. And one more time. Inhale, looking up. And exhale. Come back up for one last one. Look up, and then come back to center. Bring your arms down, and come back to center. So we've done a lot of arm poses. So we're just gonna roll those shoulders back. You're probably gonna be feeling it at this point, and that's okay. That's what it's supposed to do. And just bring them forward a couple times. And come back to center. Okay. The next one we're gonna do is we're gonna move our legs. So you're going to just bring your right foot over a little bit more, and you're gonna keep it bent. So your left leg, you're gonna put out to their side. So you're gonna probably have to come forward a little bit more in your chair. Now, ideally, we're supposed to have our leg not bent. It should be straight, but it's okay if it's bent a little bit because it's a bit of a harder pose or a bit of a challenging pose. Okay, so then you're going to put your right elbow on your thigh, not on your knee. You keep it up on your thigh. Just bring your right arm up and over, and bring it over your head and look at your hand. And breathe for 4. 1, 2. Try to keep your shoulders away from your ears. 3. 4. Good. Now bring your hand up. Now follow me. Watch here for a second. I'm going to put my hand back on my leg, and we're going to do a reverse pose. Your right hand comes up, palm facing back, and again breathe for 4. 1. 2. 3. Try to open that chest. 4. And good. So bring it down. Now you're going to feel this stretch probably, and that's good. That's okay. So just come back to center. Center yourself for a minute. Roll your shoulders. Take a breath. There's no rush when you're doing yoga. So we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So your left leg is bent, and you're going to straighten your right leg. And remember, we try to keep it straight, but that's okay if it doesn't. You're still getting a stretch. So you make sure you're in your pose. Make sure your feet are facing forward as much as you can. Bring your left elbow down on your leg again, and your right arm comes up and over. So you're looking at it, at your hand, and breathe. Open your chest. 1. Make sure you're breathing. 2. 3. 4. Okay, remember to watch me again here. We're going to do the back pose. So you just put your hand on your leg and come down as far as you can, and bringing the other arm up forward, looking at your hand again, and breathe. 1. 2. 3. 4. Great. Now just come down slowly. You don't have to go fast. And then you just come back into center. Now remember, yoga is a practice. So no one's really great at yoga when you start, but it's the more you practice, you can fool around with your shoulders and your chest and your hips when you're moving, and you can move into comfortable positions. The next pose we're going to do, we're going to work on our legs a bit. We're going to stretch the back of our legs a bit for the next couple poses. So we're going to take we're going to take our right leg, and we're going to bring it up. If you can put your ankle or your foot onto your thigh, that is great. and if you can't, that's okay too. It might be easier if you move it in, almost like you're crossing your leg. That could be helpful too for you. And if that's still too hard, another modification would be to come more forward in your chair. It's the same sort of stretch. You're going to bring your feet together at the bottom, and you're going to come forward as much as you can. Bring your feet in as much as you can and open your knees. And you're going to push your pelvis forward. So that's going to give you a stretch all in the back of your legs there. But if you want to do the seated pigeon pose, is what it's called, again, you're going to take your right leg first and put it on your thigh. Now, this is a really great stretch. It also gets your hamstrings. So again, you're going to take your right leg and you're going to bring it up onto your thigh if you can. Now you'll be able to feel a stretch probably from here. It's a really, really good stretch. But if you want more of a stretch, you can put your hand on your foot and your right hand on your knee, and you can push down, and then you'll feel a deeper stretch. Now you're going to breathe into it. So we'll breathe for 4 counts as you're feeling your stretch. So you're sitting up again straight. You can look down in front of you and breathe. 1, 2, keep pushing down. 3, 4. Okay, great. So you're finished that side. Come back to center. Sometimes to reset your hips, you might just have to sit up a little bit on the chair and then sit back down, and it just resets your hips. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now remember, if you're choosing to do this pose, you're just doing it longer, that's all, and you can play around with your hips, pushing them forward. So we're going to do the left side, so you bring, and one hip or one leg might be tighter than the other. You always feel one side's tighter than the other. So again, hands on your foot and on your knee, and sitting up straight. Your chest is open, your shoulders are down from your ears. We're very used to being like this, so we're trying to be like this. And then you can push down on your knee if that's what works for you. And breathe. Just looking down in front of you and focusing on your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. That's a really great stretch. And then just bring your feet down, back to center. Again, we're just going to lift up briefly if you can, just to reset your hips. So back to center pose with your hands on your lap. Okay, so watch this next pose. We're going to do a bit of a core pose. So you're going to bring your hands together, and your thumbs are going to just kind of touch your chest. It's more for stabilization. Instead of your elbows being down like this, we're going to pretty exaggerate them and have them up like this. We're going to bring our feet and our knees together and come sit a little bit forward more in your chair. So you have a straight back, straight neck, bringing your belly in. Inhale. Now exhale as you bend forward, and then you're going to turn to the right and just rest your elbow on your right leg if you can, keeping that exaggerated pose with your arms, and breathe. 1, 2, 4. Good. Now slowly come up. we can just rest our hands for a minute because it can be a little harder on your shoulders. Keep those knees together. And then come back to center pose with your thumbs touching your chest. And then we just turn to the other side. So fold forward and just see if you can get onto your knee. If you can't get to your opposite knee, if you can just get to this knee, that's fine too. And open it and keep those elbows open. And breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now come on up and just relax. Just relax everything again. Bring your feet back open a little bit to hip width and just get comfortable back in your seat again. Hands on your lap and just take a breath or two. Fill your lungs and exhale. One more. Okay. So now we're going to do a modified warrior pose. So again, you're going to come and bring yourself to the front of the chair as much as you can. So you're going to turn to the side and you're going to rest your thigh and your as much as you can, whatever is comfortable for you. But you're going to try to have your foot on the ground to stabilize you, and you're going to have a foot behind you, but your leg is going to be straight as much as you can. Again, if you can't straighten your knee the whole time, that is okay. So you're going to be looking down the right side. Bring your arms up. So make sure that your arms are not down or up too much. You try to keep them at shoulder width. And you're reaching, looking down those fingers. Strong warrior pose and breathe. 1, 2, shoulders down. 3, 4. Now again, watch me as you turn your palm up, and we're going to do reverse warrior where we're going to just tilt backwards. Our left hand goes down onto our leg. Our right palm is coming up, facing us, and looking at the palm again. And breathe for 4. 1, 2, 4. Good. Slowly just come out of the pose. It's a really great stretch. Pretty much your whole body is getting stretched here. So you can again come back to center and just loosen up. And then get ready for the other side. So the exact same thing on the left side. Your foot's facing, you get yourself comfortable on the chair, however it's going to stabilize you. And bring your right leg to the back. Trying again with that knee, but we're not going to focus on it too much. So warrior, we bring our arms up, pointing in opposite directions, stretching in opposite directions of the room, looking down your fingers and breathing. Chest open. 1, pulling in that belly. 4. Great. Now just come out of that slowly. Bring your arms down. Come back to your center pose. Hands on your thighs again. Okay, now the next pose, this is a really good one too, after all the poses we've just done. So you're gonna come as far forward in your chair as you can and what's comfortable for you. And you're just gonna put your feet straight out in front of you, but you're gonna be bringing your toes up to the ceiling. So your legs are really engaged. So really here, you're gonna be feeling a really, really good stretch, actually. To make it an even deeper stretch, remember your breathing. Remember your shoulders down, your chest open, and you're breathing, and you can just bend forward if you want. The further you bend forward, with a straight back from your hips, the more you're gonna feel all down the back of your legs. So I'm just gonna forward fold here as far as I can, and then I'm gonna count to 4. 1, 2, make sure those toes stay up. 3, 4, and slowly come up. Back to center. Again, center pose. Feet grounded, hands on your lap. Okay, so we're almost finished. 2 more poses. So what we're going to do is you just follow me, and we're going to bring our hands down. Inhale as you come up. Palms together. Exhale. Center. Do that 3 more times. Palms down and open. Inhale. Palms together. Exhale. So palms come down. 2 more times. Palms open. Inhale. Exhale. Come to center. And again. 1 more. Palms open. Bring them together. Exhale. As you come to center. Now we bring our hands down again onto our laps. And this is a nice time to be able to sit back in your chair so you have help stabilizing with the back of the chair. Hands on your thighs again. And this time you can just sit in your breath. You can shut your eyes. You can look gently down in the ground in front of you. But this is a time to congratulate yourself for the work you've just done. And relax your body. This is actually another pose. It's the last pose. So you just breathe and look down. And the best part about this pose is you can